Welcome back to Wrap Recap. Today, we'll recap the thriller action movie called Those Who Wish Me Dead. Amidst the serene backdrop of Fort Lauderdale's landscape, a chilling tale unravels, intertwining lives in the wake of a catastrophic forest fire and the ruthless machinations of the Blackwell brothers, Jack and Patrick. Their sinister actions trigger a chain of events, entangling smoke jumpers, a grieving father-son duo, and a resilient tower lookout in a gripping saga of tragedy, survival, and the relentless pursuit of justice. As the flames of destruction engulf lives and landscapes alike, the harrowing quest for redemption and retribution unfolds against the backdrop of an unforgiving inferno. As the film commences, a squadron of smoke jumpers descends into a sprawling forest engulfed in flames. Their unwavering efforts to navigate through the inferno and save lives hit a snag. A misjudged wind direction traps the team, allowing the flames to spiral beyond control, resulting in the loss of several comrades. Hannah Faber, the team's leader, awakens abruptly, startled by the vivid recollection of the harrowing event that once unfolded in reality, now haunting her as a recurring nightmare. In the bustling heart of Fort Lauderdale, a chilling sequence of events unfolds, orchestrated by the cunning Blackwell brothers, Jack and Patrick. Under the guise of gas inspectors, they execute a calculated intrusion into the sanctuary of a district attorney's residence. Their surreptitious infiltration culminates in a merciless act of violence, abruptly snuffing out the lives of the district attorney and his unsuspecting family. Callously, they rig the house, setting the stage for a devastating explosion, a grim signature as they move forward with their nefarious agenda, seamlessly transitioning to their next targets. Meanwhile, the shockwaves of this heinous act reverberate through the life of Owen Casserly, a man entrenched in the orbit of the slain district attorney as his esteemed superior. Consumed by a mix of disbelief and profound grief, Owen reacts swiftly, instinctively safeguarding his son, Connor, as they hastily depart from the turmoil-ridden scene. The abrupt detour from Connor's usual routine, marked by the absence of the familiar school route, incites a palpable unease in Owen. Despite the turmoil brewing within, he steels himself, compelled to justify their abrupt departure to his son, masking his inner turmoil with a veneer of resolute determination. Following a ceremony celebrating the induction of fresh smoke jumpers, Hannah and her colleagues mingle, joined by Sheriff Ethan Sawyer. Post-event, the team converges for drinks, and Hannah, impulsive and daring, performs a stunt from a truck involving a parachute. As she gains momentum and drifts into the air, she's abruptly intercepted by Ethan, who intervenes and detains her. Driving away to a secluded spot, he releases her, sensing there's more to her risky antics than meets the eye. Ethan, observing Hannah's unconventional behavior, suspects a deeper, personal motivation behind her aerial exploits. Arriving at the Casserly residence, the Blackwell brothers discover an eerily vacant home. While Jack hunts for clues, stumbling upon Owen's abandoned laptop, Patrick diligently sifts through files in an attempt to trace Owen's potential whereabouts. Their search intensifies, driven by the urgency to uncover any lead that might shed light on Owen's potential destination. Ethan returns to his residence, greeted by his pregnant wife, Allison. Their domestic tranquility is interrupted by a call from Owen, Ethan's brother-in-law, urgently seeking Ethan's aid in safeguarding himself and Connor. Owen takes them to a motel, seeking temporary refuge. There, he drafts a confidential document disclosing his deepest secrets, instructing Connor to deliver it to the media and authorities, cautioning him against ever reading its contents personally. As Hannah makes her way to the familiar refuge of the Lookout Tower, her sanctuary and workplace, she seeks solace amidst the haunting echoes of recent tragedy. Connecting with a colleague through the crackling radio waves, she bears the weight of an overwhelming guilt that threatens to consume her. The harrowing fire, a cataclysmic event, not only claimed the lives of her cherished teammates, but also snuffed out the fragile existence of 3 innocent young boys ensnared in the merciless grip of the raging inferno. Haunted by the gnawing sense of responsibility, Hannah grapples with an unbearable burden of self-blame. Her anguish stems from a perceived failure, the haunting misjudgment of the wind's unpredictable nature. In her mind, this critical misstep stands as a catalyst, a dire miscalculation that tragically orchestrated the loss of precious lives. Amidst this turmoil, her colleague becomes a beacon of support, striving to alleviate her overwhelming sense of culpability, offering solace, and attempting to inject a semblance of perspective into the tumultuous storm of emotions enveloping Hannah's shattered psyche. As Hannah returns to the tower, a sudden surge of lightning crackles through the surroundings. Amidst the imminent danger, she hastily attempts to descend. But as fate would have it, a bolt strikes the tower, sending Hannah plummeting to the ground, rendered unconscious by the impact. Owen and Connor persist in their escape, but the Blackwells trap them, causing a chaotic shootout that sends their car careening off the road, crashing down a steep incline. Amidst the wreckage, Owen hastily hands Connor his written confessions, urging him to hide and affirming his love before the impending danger. As the Blackwells close in, Owen creates a diversion by revving the engine, drawing their attention away from Connor. In a heart-wrenching moment, the brothers execute Owen, leaving Connor concealed. A passing woman arrives at the scene, only to become another victim of the Blackwells' violence, silenced before she can intervene. They clear the road, leaving behind a scene of destruction. The news reports later confirm the discovery of Owen and the woman's bodies, but Connor remains missing, a glimmer of hope amidst the tragic aftermath. Regaining consciousness, Hannah stumbles upon Connor, disoriented and wandering aimlessly in the woods. Despite his initial hostility and attempts to fend her off, Hannah calmly asserts that the nearest town is too distant for him to venture alone, persuading him to stay in her company for assistance. Leading him to the lookout tower, she offers temporary refuge while they deliberate on their next steps and whom to reach out for help. Reporting back to their employer, Arthur Phillip, the Blackwells convey the unsettling news of Connor's survival. Fully aware of the threat posed by Connor's potential exposure of their misdeeds to the press, Phillip issues a chilling directive. Jack and Patrick must locate and eliminate the boy without delay. To draw Connor out of hiding, Jack initiates a dangerous ploy, igniting a series of road flares tossed into the woods, instigating a spreading fire. Far away, Ethan detects the billowing smoke on the horizon, signaling the ominous start of an unfolding crisis. The Blackwells arrive at the Sawyer residence masquerading as FBI agents. Allison, sensing their deceit, attempts to keep them at bay, but their intrusion turns violent as they force their way in, assaulting her. Threatened with a searing fire poker, Allison, in a desperate bid to protect herself and mislead the assailants, fabricates a tale claiming Ethan's involvement with Connor. Feigning a call to Ethan for information, she tries to signal Ethan discreetly, but Patrick catches on and attempts to shoot her. Reacting swiftly, Allison improvises, using a spray can and the fireplace's flames as a makeshift flamethrower, forcing the Blackwells back and allowing her to escape the house, armed with a rifle. Later, Ethan confronts the brothers at his home, gunfire erupting in a tense standoff. Despite Ethan's resistance, the Blackwells overpower him, taking him captive after a fierce struggle. As darkness blankets the field, Hannah leads Jake through the terrain, but the night sky crackles with lightning once more. They break into a sprint, but Hannah is grazed by a bolt, momentarily staggering before regaining her footing. Pausing to recuperate, they kindle a campfire, where Hannah opens up about the haunting incident to Jake. Connor, drawn into the conversation, shares his own poignant experience of witnessing his mother's battle with cancer, forging a shared understanding of loss and helplessness. Their path diverted by the encroaching fire, they navigate an alternate route to safety. Finally, they arrive back at the familiar lookout tower, a beacon of refuge in their tumultuous journey. Cornered by the Blackwells, Ethan staunchly refuses to comply with their demands, engaging in a fierce struggle that ultimately leaves him overpowered. At gunpoint, They coerce him to lead them toward the tower where Hannah and Connor await. As the trio approaches, Hannah and Connor catch sight of them. Connor, recognizing the Blackwells as his father's assailants, confronts them with the harrowing truth. Pressured by the Blackwells, Ethan ascends the tower, desperately seeking Connor, but both are cunningly concealed. Patrick spots Ethan attempting to communicate and, without hesitation, opens fire on the tower. Amidst the chaos, Ethan, despite being wounded, lends his support, aiding Hannah and Connor's escape to safety. In a tense turn of events, Jack and Allison find themselves face to face, once more exchanging gunfire. Amidst the intense battle, Allison manages to land a critical shot on Jack, incapacitating him. Seizing the opportunity, she cautiously approaches, readying herself to deliver a final blow to end the confrontation. After settling matters with Jack, Allison heads toward the tower where Ethan is located, seeking refuge and solidarity in their shared struggle. With the fire intensifying beyond control, Hannah and Connor find themselves in a dire situation, options for escape dwindling. As Hannah guides Connor on the safest route to safety, they're confronted by Patrick. Sensing imminent danger, Connor seeks cover, while Hannah valiantly confronts Patrick. Despite her brave efforts, Patrick overpowers her, delivering a brutal onslaught. In a desperate bid to protect Hannah, Connor emerges from hiding, diverting Patrick's attention. Seizing the moment, Hannah launches a decisive strike with a pickaxe, incapacitating Patrick. As the flames surge, consuming everything in their path, Hannah and Connor flee downhill, seeking refuge in the river. Leaving Patrick to the merciless inferno, Hannah and Connor race against the engulfing blaze, evading the destructive flames as they plunge into the river, narrowly escaping the ravaging fire's deadly grip. As dawn breaks, the ferocious fire finally subsides, leaving behind a landscape scarred by destruction. Tragically, Ethan succumbs to his wounds, but the remaining smoke jumpers rally to recover Hannah, Connor, and Allison amidst the aftermath. Amid the arrival of news crews and medical teams, Connor confides in Hannah, expressing his uncertainty about what lies ahead. In response, Hannah pledges her support, promising to assist him in finding a way forward. Guiding Connor towards the crew, Hannah assures him of their collective determination to expose Arthur's misdeeds. Together, they join forces with the smoke jumpers, pooling efforts to salvage what remains of the devastated forest, while Connor prepares to unveil the truth about Arthur's culpability. Thanks for joining today's video. Remember to hit that subscribe button for more of this awesome content. See you in the next video.